In the stillness of this moment, hear his voice. It's not loud or demanding. It's gentle, familiar, safe. Tonight, let his words guide you to a place of rest and peace. John 10:27-28. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. Let's sit with this. My sheep listen to my voice. Do you hear the tenderness in that? The intimacy? You are not just one in a crowd. You are known by name, by heart. Think about a shepherd. He doesn't drive his sheep from behind, shouting commands. He walks ahead, calling them by name. His voice is familiar, safe. And the sheep? They follow, not out of fear, but out of trust. That's the relationship he's offering you. Not a distant God, but a near shepherd. One who knows the sound of your voice, the weight of your fears, the dreams tucked deep in your heart. I know them. He doesn't just know about you, he knows you, the real you, the you behind the mask, behind the smile, behind the I'm fine. He knows the parts you hide, the parts you're ashamed of, the parts you've forgotten, and still, he calls you his. And they follow me. Following isn't about perfection. It's about proximity. It's about staying close enough to hear his voice, even when the path is unclear, even when the night is long, even when the world is loud. I give them eternal life. Not just life after death, but life now. Abundant life, full life, life that overflows with purpose and peace. And they shall never perish. Never. Not ever. No matter how far you've wandered, no matter how broken you feel, no matter how many times you've fallen, you are safe, held, secure. No one will snatch them out of my hand. Not the enemy, not your past, not your mistakes, not your doubts. His grip is stronger than your fears. His love is deeper than your failures. So tonight, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling unseen, if you're feeling unsure, listen. His voice is calling, not in thunder, but in a whisper, not in judgment, but in love. And when you hear it, follow. Not because you have all the answers, but because he does. Not because the path is easy, but because he's already walked it. You are his. And in his hands, you are safe forever. Ezekiel 34:11-16. For this is what the sovereign Lord says, I myself will search for my sheep and look after them. As a shepherd looks after his scattered flock when he is with them, so will I look after my sheep. I will rescue them from all the places where they were scattered on a day of clouds and darkness. I will bring them out from the nations and gather them from the countries, and I will bring them into their own land. I will pasture them on the mountains of Israel, in the ravines, and in all the settlements in the land. I will tend them in a good pasture, and the mountain heights of Israel will be their grazing land. There they will lie down in good grazing land, and there they will feed in a rich pasture on the mountains of Israel. I myself will tend my sheep and have them lie down, declares the sovereign Lord. I will search for the lost and bring back the strays. I will bind up the injured and strengthen the weak, but the sleek and the strong I will destroy. I will shepherd the flock with justice. Pause. Music swells gently. This is the heart of your shepherd. He doesn't just watch from afar. He searches, he rescues, he gathers, he tends. I will search for the lost. That's you when you feel far from him. I will bring back the strays. That's you when you've wandered. I will bind up the injured. That's you when you're broken. I will strengthen the weak. That's you when you're weary. He doesn't just see your struggles. He steps into them. He doesn't just hear your cries, he answers them. So tonight, if you're feeling scattered, if you're feeling weak, if you're feeling lost, remember this: your shepherd is searching for you. And when he finds you, he doesn't scold, he doesn't shame. He gathers you close, he binds your wounds, he leads you home. Rest here, you are safe in his care. Psalm 23, 1-3. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Let's unpack this. The Lord is my shepherd, not just a shepherd. Your shepherd, yours. I lack nothing. Not because life is perfect, but because he is. Not because you have everything, but because he is everything. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He doesn't just lead you to rest. He makes you rest because he knows you need it. He leads me beside quiet waters, not rushing rivers, not crashing waves. Quiet waters, still, calm, peaceful. He refreshes my soul, not just your body, not just your mind, your soul. The deepest part of you, the part that aches for peace, for wholeness, for home. So tonight, if you're weary, if you're burdened, if you're carrying more than you were meant to, come to him. Not because you have it all together, but because he does. Take his yoke. Let him carry the weight with you. Learn from him. Watch how he moves, how he loves, how he leads. And as you do, feel the rest seep into your soul. Not because the storm is gone, but because he's in it with you. Rest here. His yoke is easy. His burden is light. And his rest, it's yours. Psalm 23, 4-6. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Let's sit with this. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, not if, when, because the valleys come. The shadows stretch long. The nights feel endless. But here's the promise: you are not alone. I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Not just near, with you, in the valley, in the shadows, in the night. His presence is your light. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The rod protects, the staff guides. Both remind you he is in control. Even when the path feels uncertain, his hand is steady. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Imagine this: a feast, in the middle of the battle, in the face of fear. He doesn't just provide, he overwhelms. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Oil for healing, for blessing, for joy. And your cup, it doesn't just fill, it overflows, because his goodness knows no limits. Surely, your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. Not might. Surely, it's a guarantee. His goodness, his love, chasing you, surrounding you, never letting you go. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Not just for a season, forever. This is your home, your safe place, your eternal rest. So tonight, if you're walking through a valley, if the shadows feel too close, if the night feels too long, remember this: his presence is your peace. His provision is your promise. His love is your forever. Rest here. The valley is not the end. The shepherd is with you. And his goodness, it's already on the way.